I'm going to take you guys on all the rides we rode in Hong Kong Disneyland, and they were amazing. So get ready for a jam-packed day, and make sure to let me know which one is your favorite. The park opened at 10, but we were able to get in at 9 due to us having early park admission for $25. And our first stop was to ride Frozen Ever After, and we were in a Frozen Disney bound, so what better ride to start off with? We had been on this ride before since we live in Florida, but it was fun to ride it again and to ride it first. Unfortunately, the mine train ride there was closed, so we decided to head to Winnie the Pooh instead, and this was just a fun ride to get out of the way, and it was also a big part of my childhood, so it was fun going on the Winnie the Pooh ride and seeing all of our fun little friends that we just love, and it's just a perfect ride for the kids and families. After that, it was then time to head to Hyperspace Mountain in Tomorrowland. This was a very rare thing when I lived in California. We never really got Hyperspace Mountain due to it only being around for special occasions, but here in Hong Kong, they get it 24/7, and I was so excited. We got to go into hyperspace, we got to fight off the dark side as the resistance, and it was just amazing. Then it was time to go on Ant-Man and the Wasp Nano Battle, and I was so excited because my family and I just love all the Marvel characters, and especially Avengers Campus, and this ride was so much fun. It was pretty much similar to Buzz Lightyear, just with more updated technology. Then it was time to head to the Iron Man experience, and both of my parents really love Iron Man, so they were so excited to go on this ride. And we got our 3D glasses, and then we got in our seats, and I noticed that this ride is going to be very similar to Star Tours, and it was, and we got to fly around Hong Kong and fight up all these bots, and it was just a great time. Now it's time to head to Adventureland to go on one of my new favorite rides, Big Grizzly Mountain Runaway Mine Cars. This ride is like Big Thunder Mountain, but better. It goes at high speeds, has drops, and even goes backwards. We ended up riding this ride 2 more times, and I think it got better every time. Then it was time for another ride that I had heard about, and it was Mystic Manor. So this is like Haunted Mansion, but more adventurous, and it's like going into an art exhibit, and I loved the concept of this. I loved the little monkey. He was adorable, and the ride was just so good. I love that it wasn't super scary. I love that it was just adventurous and funny. It had singing statues, wind going crazy. It was just awesome. And then it was time to head on over to Toy Story Land to ride RC Racer, and this was so cool. It was the car from Toy Story, and it went up to pretty high speeds. Then it was time to head back to the world of Frozen, where we were able to ride Wandering Oaken's sleigh ride, and it finally opened back up, and we used the fast passes that we were given due to it being closed when we were here for early park admission, but I think this ride was about 30 seconds. It was fun, but it was short. I told you I love the Big Grizzly Mountain ride so much that we ended up riding it again because the family just loved it, and the backwards part was still as insane as it was the first time, and so was the high speeds. And then it was time to head on to the world famous Jungle Cruise, and this was actually way different than the ones in America. This one was super cool because it took you around Tarzan's treehouse. There were so many animals, and also I really loved the end of it. There wasn't the backside of water, unfortunately, but this end scene was insane. I felt like I was in the Jungle Cruise movie. There was fire, there was smoke. It was insane. We then made our way back to Tomorrowland to ride Hyperspace Mountain one last time because this was very rare when I lived in California, so I had to take it all in because I love Star Wars. We then headed back to the Ant-Man and the Wasp Nanobot ride, and I wanted to make a redemption, and I did. I literally was going crazy. I somehow ended up with over 400,000 points, 2 times more than my dad. And then we headed to the Iron Man experience and rode that ride because, like I told you guys, my parents loved it. It was then time to head on to the classic everybody loves, It's a Small World. There was no one in this line, so we got on right away, and it was perfect going through this ride because it was pretty much just like the World Cruise. I saw so many destinations that we have already been to and so many that we will be going to, and it just got me so excited for this amazing adventure, and I can't wait for all that we have in store. We've officially come to the end of our night, and of course we had to end our night riding Big Grizzly Mountain Railroad because we wanted to try it out at night, and it was insane. It was honestly a whole other experience, and it was a perfect way to end our amazing day in Hong Kong Disneyland, and I can't wait to be back one day in the future.